For years now, many Sister Wives fans have suggested that Kody Brown is a very absent father. That became even more apparent to viewers in recent years when the pandemic drove the family apart. As of Season 19, the family patriarch has a tight-knit relationship with Robyn's kids. But why do they receive so much of Kody's time and attention over the original 13? Has Kody ever expressed much pride in them? Kody Brown expresses pride in Aurora. What about the other children? Kody Brown's relationship with Robyn's children has been a hot-button topic in the Sister Wives fandom for years. Viewers can point to several instances where he neglects the other children in favor of Robyn's kids for a wide range of reasons. In the most recent episode, Aurora Brown asked her father to baptize her in her new church. Robyn's children seem to be the most devout ones as they reach adulthood, which could explain Kody's pride. Do you think any of his other children have heard this? A Sister Wives viewer asked on Reddit this week. They attached a photo of Kody telling Aurora how proud he was of her decision to get baptized. Doing a rewatch, and I just realized I don't think I've ever heard him say this to any of his other children. Do you think he's ever said it? Other Sister Wives viewers offer their own thoughts. A few Sister Wives viewers could point to specific instances when Kody said it throughout the years. For example, he seemed to take tremendous pride in his son's accomplishments. Logan was the first of the children to attend college, while Hunter had a profound high school wrestling career. But in general, it wasn't a phrase Kody Brown used often as his children grew up, especially with his daughters. Kody is smitten that Aurora asked him to be a part of this special event. He is not proud. He gives zero crap about it. He has to be the center of attention. I don't think that he is proud of any of his daughters except for Aurora, Brianna, and Ariella. He doesn't give us asterisk about the rest of his daughters, or the rest of his kids for that matter. He's only saying he's proud of her because she is compliant with him. I bet his tune would change if she ever acted like an independent 22-year-old adult. He said it to Vari. Lol, does that count? How do you feel about this Sister Wives discussion? Can you point to specific instances when Kody Brown showed pride in his children? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to follow TV shows Ace Online to keep up with the latest news and updates on the Brown family. Check back soon for news of Season 19, coming to TLC this spring. Throughout the years, Sister Wives has given audiences an in-depth look at the personal lives and complicated dynamics within the Brown family. Kody Brown, the patriarch, has been the focal point of much discussion among viewers. As the head of a polygamous family, Kody's relationships with his wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, have often taken center stage. However, a growing concern among fans has been Kody's relationship with his children, particularly his apparent lack of pride or emotional investment in them. Despite having a large number of children with each of his wives, Kody's interactions with his kids often seem distant, disconnected, and at times even neglectful. While Sister Wives has showcased Kody's roles as a husband and father, one thing that becomes increasingly clear over the seasons is his failure to show genuine pride or enthusiasm in his children's achievements or personal growth. For a man who is deeply invested in the structure and success of his plural marriage, his apparent lack of investment in his kids has left many fans puzzled. Let's take a closer look at Kody's relationship with his children and attempt to understand why he has never fully shown pride in their accomplishments or their lives. Kody Brown's focus on himself and his relationships. At the heart of the issue lies Kody's intense focus on himself and his marriages. From the very beginning of the series, it's apparent that Kody has an almost obsessive need for attention, validation, and affection from his wives. The show revolves around his complicated, and often troubling, interactions with the women in his life, as he tries to navigate the emotional and logistical challenges of polygamy. In many ways, Kody is the star of Sister Wives, and much of the drama on the show is a direct result of his behavior. However, this focus on his own needs, particularly in relation to his wives, leaves little room for meaningful attention to be given to his children. Kody's lack of involvement in the day-to-day lives of his kids is evident on the show. He often appears disinterested in their struggles or achievements, especially compared to the intense attention he gives to his wives. In fact, at times, Kody seems to put his relationships with his wives above the emotional needs of his children. This imbalance raises the question, how can a man who is so committed to the intricacies of his plural marriage fail to show the same level of commitment to his kids? The emotional disconnect with his children. One of the most glaring aspects of Kody's parenting style is his emotional disconnect from his children. Fans have noted that when Kody interacts with his kids, he often appears aloof, uninterested, or even absent. There are countless instances where Kody is visibly absent from family activities, significant milestones, or important discussions about his children's futures. For example, in earlier seasons of Sister Wives, Kody seemed to have little involvement in the education or extracurricular activities of his kids. When his children faced struggles or emotional challenges, he was often nowhere to be seen. Instead, it was his wives, particularly Christine and Janelle, who stepped up to provide support, comfort, and encouragement to the children. In one of the most telling moments of the series, Kody's lack of emotional investment in his children is highlighted when he discusses the concept of parenting with his wives. He admits that his involvement with his children is often limited and that he finds it difficult to connect with them on a deeper level. This was especially evident when his older children, such as Logan, Madison, and Garrison, were going through life transitions like high school graduation or moving out of the house. While other parents would be deeply emotional or proud of their children's milestones, Kody appeared more focused on the logistics of his marriages and less interested in celebrating the personal accomplishments of his kids. The disappointing lack of pride in his children's achievements. For many viewers, one of the most disappointing aspects of Kody's behavior has been his failure to show pride in his children's successes. There are numerous instances where Kody's children achieved significant milestones, such as graduation, starting new jobs, or getting married. But Kody's reactions to these events were often underwhelming. Take, for example, the weddings of some of his older children. While other fathers might be teary-eyed, joyful, and overflowing with pride as they walk their daughters down the aisle or watch their children exchange vows, Kody's reactions were noticeably flat. There's a noticeable absence of pride or emotion in these moments. It's almost as if Kody is disconnected from the real significance of these events in his children's lives. His lack of visible emotion in these moments has left many fans feeling disappointed, as they expected a father who would be more engaged in his children's milestones. Similarly, when his children achieved academic success or moved on to the next stages of their lives, Kody's lack of enthusiasm was evident. Instead of celebrating his children's achievements or expressing pride in their hard work, Kody often seemed preoccupied with his own personal issues or the difficulties in his marriages. This emotional detachment has led many to believe that Kody's priorities are misplaced, with his focus being so absorbed in his own needs that he cannot bring himself to be emotionally present for his children. The favoritism toward Robyn's children. One of the most noticeable aspects of Kody's parenting is his relationship with Robyn's children. Robyn's 3 kids from a previous marriage have frequently been the focus of Kody's attention, often to the exclusion of his other children. While it's natural for Kody to bond with his youngest children, who are still living at home, his intense favoritism toward Robyn's children has often left the older kids feeling neglected or less important. Throughout the seasons, fans have observed that Kody is noticeably more affectionate, supportive, and invested in Robyn's children than in his older kids. This has caused significant tension within the family, as Kody's other wives and children have openly expressed their frustration with his preferential treatment of Robyn's kids. Kody's overemphasis on Robyn's children, especially when they were in their adolescent years, has often been seen as a clear sign of his emotional disconnect from his other children. His failure to recognize or celebrate the achievements of his older kids only deepens the sense of emotional neglect. For example, when Kody's older children, especially those from Janelle and Christine, were going through difficult times, Kody's response was often cold or indifferent. His lack of involvement in their struggles has made many fans question his role as a father and whether he is truly committed to the well-being of all of his children, or if he is simply focused on maintaining harmony in his marriage with Robyn. Kody's self-centered behavior and its impact on his children. Kody's self-centered nature has a profound impact on his relationship with his children. As the patriarch of a large, blended family, he is in a unique position to provide leadership and support to his children. But his failure to prioritize them emotionally has left many fans frustrated. Kody often appears more focused on his own desires, whether it's the dynamics of his marriage, the logistics of family living arrangements, or his own need for validation, than on fostering a strong, supportive relationship with his kids. His self-centered behavior has not only affected his emotional connection with his children, but has also shaped the way they view their father. In moments where Kody should have been proud of his kids, he remained emotionally distant, causing many of them to feel disconnected or underappreciated. His emotional absence has undoubtedly had lasting effects on his children's relationships with him, as well as their overall self-esteem. Conclusion: a father who missed the mark. While Kody Brown may have had good intentions when it came to raising his children, his inability to show genuine pride in their achievements or invest emotionally in their lives has left a mark on his family. His focus on himself and his marriages often left little room for meaningful engagement with his children, and his failure to celebrate their accomplishments only highlighted his emotional neglect. Though Kody has been a central figure in the Sister Wives franchise, his parenting style has been the subject of much criticism, particularly regarding his lack of visible pride in his children's successes. As fans watch the series unfold, it's clear that Kody's role as a father has been less about nurturing and guiding his children and more about managing the complexities of his plural marriage. While he may have tried to balance both roles, his children have often been left feeling like an afterthought, overshadowed by the demands of his relationships with his wives. In the end, Kody's lack of emotional connection to his children speaks volumes about his priorities. His inability to show pride in their achievements has left many fans questioning whether he truly understands the importance of fatherhood, or if he simply missed the mark entirely.